Oh, what's the radius on this?
30.
Okay.
I measured out. Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah, like all of them.
All right. All right.
A 5, a 16, and 11.
Yeah. Unless that 16 has a modifier, he failed.
Okay.
Cleared the board.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much that's my big action.
Okay.
All right.
Eric, you're up.
All right. Up. Yep. Let's get those attacks going. A 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
13 points of damage.
Is it, Jim?
13 to hit.
Bam.
Oh. Chink, chink.
That was a nice short little combat.
Gotta sleep this off now.
Yep.
No, I'm going. Was it wasteful
Well-
to use that?
Well, I'm going to bed now. That was the end of my watch.
All right.
Okay. The rest of the
It,
night
that thing, that thing
passes.
barely had any health left in it.
It had 5 hit points left. Okay, day 4. Nothing happens. Day 5. Day 5.
Ah.
Nope.
No. Not 20.
Another nat 20. Maybe I'll get a really cool sword. or Hannah will get really cool armor.
Okay, let's see. What time did this happen? Midnight.
Top of the morning.
Okay. Funnily enough, it is Sika.
Nice. Good luck, Hannah.
So when you get up at midnight for whatever reason, you see bits of leather hanging from a tree. And as you inspect it, you find a forged silver threaded leather armor beneath the night skies of Theros. This armor was gifted to a mortal champion who defended the entire polis against creatures emerging from the underworld. And this is called the Vestment of the Dawning Constellation. Base AC 15 plus Dex modifier.
So it's a cloak. It's an armored cloak. Did you put it?
No, it's a leather armor.
Okay. So Durs?
Sika wears leather armor.
Oh, okay. I forget. I keep
Okay.
forgetting it's only wizards that have no armor ability.
Sorcerers too, and monks.
Oh, okay.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this thing has a lot. There you go.
Ah! Oh. Yeah, that's probably for me. Dear Lord.
I mean, for a piece of leather armor, this is actually pretty nice.
It is.
Gives you dark vision to 120.
Yep.
Nice.
The shield of Paul's got dropped in the middle of it.
No, that is an effect.
Interesting. Oh, neat.
Okay, there we go.
And it does have a nice protection effect under the shield of Polus part.
I have the shield hoplite. That's what it was. Hoplite. Y'all got some interesting stuff.
Yep, I'm gonna have to now put this on my. Oh, yeah.
And you can fly at night.
Yes.
That AC is actually crazy because it's 18 plus your dex.
Yep.
Yeah, what is your dex bonus? I'm assuming.
+2.
Yeah.
So it's better than my current armor class, even before I had the dex modifier.
So you're at an AC of 20.
I thought it was it's 15 plus dex.
Oh, is it 15? I
But
thought
they're
it was
plus
18.
Yeah.
three. But plus three magic.
Oh, magical bonus is +3. Yeah. Okay. Base AC.
Interest-
I see. It is 18. I have been
Interesting.
sorting through it, so I have for my notes. So I haven't like.
Okay. 2 more days of travel. Nothing happens. The last day. Nothing happens. All right. So now. Let's see. Go back here. There we go. So you're back in Meletis. And of course, the councilman wants to go directly to the town hall.
What's left of the town hall, you mean?
Yeah.
What? Oh, only one room was fire blasted.
Yeah, but a good chunk of the politicians were in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
They are
there's
becoming a extinct
Yeah.
species.
Endangered. They're
there's still
endangered.
there's still a little over 20 of them left.
Not all of them came to interrogate us.
Yeah.
Nope, just
Actually,
half of them or more.
actually, it was only a third that came to
Mm.
interrogate because it was one, uh, essentially one house of the government out of 3 houses. So, all right. So, what do you do in Meletis?
Does anyone need to sell anything?
I mean, do we need to sell anything? Probably.
Well, to try to be more powerful, more charming, I immediately attempt to find a place to bathe.
Yep, bathing might be nice now that we're in a city where we can bathe.
Okay. Yeah, finding a bathhouse is not difficult. Let's see how many there are in town.
It's more of where's the nearest one?
And are we? Next thing, does the one surviving person try to arrest me?
Not so far.
Cool.
Okay, there are many public bathhouses, especially in the wealthier and more scholarly districts. Let's see.
Yeah, probably bathing would be nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So there are approximately 40 operating bathhouses in Meletis. Now, the bigger question. Slash D20 plus 3. Okay. Let's see. That would be 4. Okay, so the bathhouse you guys pick has a single politician in it from one of the other houses.
Can we tell which one?
You're not entirely sure.
Okay.
Since
Are they
he
male
is
or female?
it is male, he is quite
Okay.
old.
Hmm.
When you guys come in, he just kind of looks at you and goes, "That's Hydra blood, if I'm not mistaken."
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just a little bit.
Oh, it's been years upon years since I've ever had the pleasure of challenging a Hydra. Did you kill it?
Yeah, didn't exactly give me much choice, or I should say, us much choice.
Yes, that's the nature of a Hydra.
oh, I need to sell the Mantle of Horizon Veil. That's what I need to do.
You're
And
about
I killed the guy who aggravated it to attack us.
Really? Tell me more.
Funeral.
I refuse. I am seeking of glory, no matter how small.
Ah,
Ugh.
yes.
It was fed. He threw an object to it that we, from our investigations, would have been Titan bone, which caused it to have its regenerative abilities amplified to horrendous degrees,
That sounds
and
purely
began running.
horrifying.
Most certainly, which is why he must be slayed, it must be slayed, and maybe my memory needs to be slain.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, I am from the Darken Isles.
Really?
Of the noble House Buttercup.
Father named Wesley.
Let's see. So the old man becomes very interested in Buttercup and begins asking a whole lot of questions. He seems
Even if he is
genuine.
a threat, I shall face him honorably with all the information he should desire.
So he invites you to a symposium.
Here?
Oh, at a facility in the city.
Right. I just was meaning the city. Sorry.
Yeah. He's like, you are a curiosity to the people of Meletis. I would like to interview you and allow some others to ask you some questions, if that would be all right.
All must know of me and my conquests.
Ah, very well. My servant over there will take you to the location when you're done with your bath. I will meet you there. You look over. The guy is obviously well armed and less of an assistant and probably more of a personal bodyguard.
Ah. I feel like I'm walking into a jail cell, but I shall.
I'm like, I think as I'm like all the way down in the water, only the nose above water level, going like, I think he's walking into a arrest.
It's a trap.
It's trap.
Now, can I insight that? Just.
Sure.
I probably can't get it with my wisdom, but let's see. Why isn't it popped?
I do not know.
Okay, I try one more time.
There it is.
Of course,
there
now
it is.
they both appear. I have to click everything twice.
Yep. unfortunately, one one's is slightly better than the other.
Yeah. One slightly better. 12.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have any feeling one way or the other.
Aye.
You might have had a feeling about it, but your lust for glory overrode it.
Lordy.
All right.
I keep playing in a way that gets me destroyed.
Guess I'll take
Hannah,
one of us with you.
Hannah and Eric, do you guys say anything to the old man?
He was looking at me being covered in Hydra blood. These, I guess, was his first reaction. I'd be washing it off. Anything of, oh, like, oh no, or was it just, ha?
It
We're
was
at the
more,
bathhouse. Oh, sorry.
yeah, it was more
Yeah.
like a
Yeah. You don't get to participate, Cena. Or you a guy?
I'm a girl. Don't let this
no,
go
that,
and I'm in another room.
no,
Yep.
these,
Yeah.
no, actually, you wouldn't be.
Oh,
These are
okay.
co-ed baths.
Oh.
This is
No,
like
what?
Rome.
I was like,
Remember, this is Theros. Its setting's much more Romanesque, like, or
Greek.
Greek, yeah, which also had co-ed public baths.
Yep. They were Greek was even less conservative.
Yeah, and they were even less clothes in general.
Mhm.
Of course, it also gets hotter in Greece. So, Hannah, does your character say anything to him?
yeah, probably not. I'm probably enjoying my bath.
Okay.
I'm just like, my character is not really a talker. He will talk when spoken to, type of
No, but
situation.
were you listening enough to be like, insight for yourself?
You know what? I would be curious. Let's see. Do I have advantage on this? Eh, Okay, yeah, I would have advantage on this. That's what 2024, Tony.
So, what are you trying to do with insight?
With the insight, I'm trying to determine. I guess the how do I explain this? I'm trying to determine, like, as I'm watching them talk back and forth, not the interest level because that's kind of obvious, but the this guy is tricking my companion into something that he doesn't realize, like, because I don't know what he could be possibly be trying to trick him, basically. But I'm going like, is he trying to, like, what's the word, entrapment type of thing? There we go, entrapment.
No, he seems genuinely interested in Cupcake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so besides that, if he asked me about the Hydra attacking the Karametra temple, I would just talk about that, but I'll be pretty just matter of factly
Yeah,
about it.
I kind of was speaking
Oh, yeah.
over you. I'm assuming in the bathhouse.
Mm,
Jumping to try to steal a bit of glory, I guess.
yeah. Now my character is like, how should I say, very much just, this is the way it is. These were the techniques that I tried using in the fight. What worked, what didn't work.
Yeah.
He's much more while I guess Ben's character is about flourishing and making it flowery and grand. Sure, it's more about like the technicality of how the fight went with the Hydra. He has no idea what happened with the guy he stabbed in the back because he wasn't there for it.
So-
you may want to come to the symposium just to hear.
You realize, as part of your insight, and as you're talking, and he shows genuine interest in your story and pays great attention to your combat details, and you realize this guy was a former warrior.
Interesting. I might have to pick. I kind of just like with just I keep forgetting I can also add stuff to this roll as well, but the nat 20 kind of helps me. Anyway, I go like, I might have to get you to give me some instruction from the experience I'm reading off of you.
Oh, I retired long ago.
Oh, technically, my father is on the verge of retirement, but he can still. I've still never beaten him in a duel, so I know not to underestimate my elders.
That's wise words.
I'm trying to develop a new sword style, so getting perspective from different people is always useful.
Have you ever fought the circle?
Is that a history check, Tony?
Yes.
Let's see. This no one. Let's see. I have some. Not no religion and nature. Do, do. I turn that off. Yes, that is off. 16.
Okay. You have heard of it, but you've never fought in one.
And that's why I say, like, know the name, not the details.
Well, as you're sitting there, he reaches under the water and lifts the sword up only a few inches from you. And as he does, you realize that the sword is called a Salamanca.
Uh-huh.
Usually they're made in a Toledo steel fashion. They mix different metals together. So the sword has a wavy form to it. And as you're studying that, with the other hand, he lifts a short sword. And he goes, you fight with two blades in a circle. You and your opponent are each confined to your own circle. But the circles are close enough that you can still strike a killing blow. But the fight is more like a dance. And the restrictions teach you how to fight in a very compact and rapid method.
That sounds very useful. I am definitely interested in learning that style. Long as we're not actually, long as it's not actually trying to kill each other. Are we still good? Is
Yeah.
this super quiet? Okay.
Just hang on a second.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's super quiet. That's why I was like, wait, am I still here?
No.
Sorry, just like try not to interrupt, or because it seemed like it was your moment.
Mhm. Also, for a while, I was like trying to transfer over. I was messing around with the modifier list thing on the items, trying to make my new armor work without things getting too funky.
Mm-hmm.
I just modified its armor class.
Well, yeah, except mine has armor class plus an AC addition sort of thing,
Well,
and
yeah, but I'm just like, when does the magic turn off?
but I gotta do things correct.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Num 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 num.
Okay. This is not quite. Let me. Text channel. Here we go. File. You see the file?
Pull.
Ah,
In Discord.
Yep. Nope. I was in the wrong chat in Discord.
Okay. That's for historical context.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to download this.
This is probably the more important of the two. Because that's actually going to be the 5e version of the historical version.
The mechanics.
Yeah.
Yep. I kind of figure, like, just so you know, in future usage, I figure he's gotta also use like long swords and great swords eventually when he finds weapons worthy.
Sure.
But yeah, but I figured, like I said, he's gotta have all, what the end goal is.
I
Like
wasn't
a like a,
sure if you
mhm.
had ever heard of this fighting style.
No, I'm not super familiar with European fighting styles, sword fighting styles.
Yeah. So this was common in Italy and Germany for the most part,
Hmm.
a bit of France. Where I heard about this from, oddly enough, is the show Highlander.
Yeah, Highlander. Duncan, not Connor, but Duncan MacLeod.
Yeah. One of his opponents fought using this style, but Duncan also knew how to fight in this style. And apparently he's very effective. So
Interesting. This is very very interesting. I have to copy and paste this.
that's fine.
Yeah. So basically, I get a chance to learn this. Is what's going on?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, he would definitely take the opportunity to learn it. Oh, he's like, okay. He's like, yeah, yeah.
This is, if you're comparing it to like a Star Wars thing, this would be considered the civilized fighting of the Jedi. Not as crude as a blaster.
So, should I like just take the entire thing down, or should I use the very end version of it, the Theros version?
um, you can do either one. I'll
Okay.
let you pick.
Oh yeah, because there's a few like I think you gave me 3 versions of it actually. Now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, because I figured I wasn't getting all of it because that would be kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, just one of the 3.
Mm.
Because each fighting style actually has different requirements, by the way. I don't know if you caught that. Let's see. This one requires a dexterity of 13 or plus. That's the very first one.
Yeah, I qualify for all of them. I have a 16.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I squeaked by.
The first one is nice because it also gives you a bonus to your AC. The other one requires Dex 15 plus. And allows you to fight 2 enemies at the same time.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
Now unless you want to unless you want to tell me something.
No.
I'm just right now. I'm just looking at it. It's gotta be it's gotta be one of the last 2.
Okay.
Is what I'm looking at right now. Because the idea of making yeah, it gives me a chance to increase the number of attacks I can do. Is the
The
master
feet.
of the circle blades.
Yeah. Okay. So, unless anybody else wants to add to the conversation,
Vika.
What?
Do you have anything to add to this conversation?
you've gained a little bit more knowledge about who the politician is.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because he's like a retired adventurer. That's at least what I was picking up while I was fiddling with
More or less, yes.
items. Yeah.
Mhm.
I might not,
Um.
yeah, I'm looking at the Theros one. I might not qualify since I don't follow either of those 3 gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But there are
yeah,
2 others.
so what'd you say?
I said there are 2 other styles.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's gotta be this one, the second one. I think it's
Okay.
yeah, because the first one has conflict with some of the other stuff I have. So
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of leaning towards the Theros one, and then I was like, wait, it says have to be Aros, Mogi, or Karanos, and I am Karametra, so I don't
Yeah.
know if that will be allowed.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay, Hannah.
I don't know what I would say.
That's fine.
Especially since
Secret.
technically I'm supposed to be phrasing every statement my character makes as a question.
Okay, sounds interesting. Ask.
I was thinking about changing it to only speaking in past tense, but that also might be a problem.
Well, you do you not have. You're losing confidence in yourself on this.
Yeah, think of Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I know.
Who is? What is?
Yep,
How are?
I know.
Are you out of your marvelous mind?
So, am I able to get the 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 Mystic Theros variant? Because
If you meet the requirement, yeah.
okay, what's the okay? I'm just like, yeah, I got piety with Anaros, my god.
Yep. So but you have to be dual wielding. Is the key
Oh,
factor.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah. You have to be using 2 weapons.
Okay, so it is all of this is blade fighting. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The entire day is circle blade.
Okay, silly me.
No, it's fine. Okay. So you guys get done taking your bath. The old man gets out of the tub. Of course, he looks like an old man. Has lots and then lots of scars. Um, you notice when he gets dressed, he does have quite fine robes. A jingle of a heavy purse. Durs notices that right away. And a very well equipped weapons belt.
I'm more like, ooh, pretty swords.
Yeah. So there's uh, 2 scimitars and a couple of daggers, and then a number of throwing blades.
Yeah. As I see all that, like, where would you recommend? What smith would you recommend?
Oh, there's only one smith I would trust with my weapons, and his name is Gumble. And you'll find him working the warehouse district. Few people buy his stuff. He tends to be on the expensive side, but
Mm-hmm.
uh, even his low end stuff is better than most people's high end stuff.
I might be going to visit over there.
Fair enough. So, are we ready to go to the conclave?
The conclave for the symposium.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I try my best to improve my appearance and make sure and I would like to just purchase perfume if no one in the party stops me.
You gotta try to buy what now?
Perfume.
I don't,
It's a bathhouse, so yeah, they have perfume, plenty of perfume there.
hmm
mm-hmm.
And you're just like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. This is if you've ever watched anything regarding Pompeii, these are the kinds of bathhouses this place has.
hmm I am. Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, what I'm thinking about is an anime featuring bathhouses.
Okay.
Is
So,
that the one that you and the parents watched?
Yes, of course.
There.
all right. So he goes to leave. He's like, looks back at Durs, Hannah, and Sika, and Eeyore, and he's like, "You are welcome to come along." And he pauses for a moment and says, points at Durs and goes, "Except for you, I know who you are."
Oh, I didn't.
I go, is he wanted?
Technically, in Meletis, no. Outside of Meletis, yes. Durs,
Okay, Durs, where are you wanted?
Just so we know.
I have
Where
the
must
death
we not
sentence
go?
in 7 districts.
Ah,
Eh,
So
people have accidents around me for some reason. Is it my
yeah, they
fault
seem
that
to
I
do the
take?
same for me.
Is it my fault that I seem to take advantage when those happen? You
yeah.
understand exactly what I mean,
Honestly,
Buttercup.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
With this exchange, the councilman's kind of looking at Cupcake up and down, like, maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
Okay, just to be clear, are you just making fun of the name, or do you not know the name?
You're asking the councilman?
No,
No,
you.
you, the DM.
Uh, it's a little bit of both.
Buttercup.
Okay, Buttercup.
Buttercup.
The issue I have with the name, there is a comedian called Jeff Allen,
Hmm.
and he is talking about when he is first married. And he's like, I have my breakfast, I have a couple of pieces of toast. I ask my wife to pass the butter knife. And he's like, and the next thing I know, there's a knife sticking out of the wall. It's
Hmm.
like, I think there's something wrong with Buttercup.
Okay.
So
There's
anyway,
there's something wrong with Buttercup.
uh, but then there's another video. Actually, this was a clip out of a movie, and uh, I can't remember the movie. I don't even really remember the entire scene. Oh, it wasn't a movie. It was MASH. The dog, the army dog that got shot, or not shot, intentionally triggered a landmine, and his name was Buttercup.
Mm,
Uh, and Buttercup wins a Purple Heart, making Frank Burns, the lipless wonder, jealous.
hmm.
And that is a story beat where he keeps continuing trying to earn a Purple Heart for a few episodes.
Yeah. So, anyway, I don't know why,
Okay.
but
So
since they,
should I change my name to an equally? Should I change my name to Cupcake, or should I stick with Buttercup?
well, they both have cup in their name.
Yes, they do.
So my slight dyslexia there is going to interchange those. I am not meaning it as a slur. I'm just, I have to remember the
Okay.
one and not the other is the issue.
Fair enough. Okay.
And the reason Cupcake comes to my mind quicker is because Cupcake is an actual soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Buttercup is a comedian's wife.
Yes. Yes.
So my brain's not jiving that together the way you might expect.
Yeah, no, that does make a lot more sense, and explains some fan fiction I've written about Sergeant Cupcake.
Yeah. So that's where that's coming from. If you want to change that, that's fine.
No, but I'm enjoying saying Buttercup like from The Princess Bride.
Oh God, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
It's a good movie,
That's a good
and
movie.
I kind of watch it regularly, like whenever it's on TV and I catch it. It's like, yep,
Is that the one that has the guy? I am Diego. Blah blah blah. You killed my
Yes.
father.
yes.
Okay. That's
My
how.
name is Diego Montoya. You killed my father.
My
Prepare
father
to die.
prepared to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to
My name is
realize
Inigo.
the only
Montoya.
time
Inigo
I have
Montoya.
seen that movie, I watched it when it was released at the theater.
Yeah.
So
I think I have a little like clip thing from the. I think possibly the first convention I
yes,
went to. They
also,
had like a little like name tag.
and it's also a reference to Jaskier.
to what?
Yeah. The Witcher series. If you played the game, the character
Oh,
Dandelion in the books is
I have not.
in the Polish language is known as Jaskier, which translates to Buttercup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And in the show, he was known as Jaskier.
Okay.
So
What's up, Buttercup?
that's actually not the right.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I followed up, and I'm like, I was like, that is not right. I have
Yeah, I
validated
was
and
just like,
incorrect.
what's the pussycat?
Yeah. All right. This seems like a good place to stop for the night.
We've gotten off topic.
Yeah,
How
we're
did I go to the
drifting.
swordsmith?
We're drifting badly. And my brain is starting to shut down.
Next up is swordsmith. I'll put that in my
And
notes.
symposium.
Yeah, the symposium and the blacksmith. And Zur learning to fight in a circle.
Yep.
Oh, that was fun. Well, we'll see you. I think Katie should be back next weekend.
Yeah, I think so.
So, although, doesn't she have one sister that's pregnant, like ready to give birth anytime?
Potentially.
Because she was talking about how she helped her one sister out, but she doesn't necessarily have the time to help her other sister out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Make a new token.
Okay. Did you get your friend's picture or something?
No. Aiden has. I haven't even tried to describing this character.
We haven't, like, both me and Eric had paid a online friend of ours because they needed money for vet bills.
Okay.
With no particular due date in mind for commissioning a piece of art.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Technically, multiple pieces of art.
Well, yeah. I haven't actually. I don't know how she gave him.
Well, many years ago, I had Adobe Photoshop CS6,
E.
and I traded it to a husband and wife for 2 pieces of commissioned art.
E.
One, I told them they could do anything. The second one, I told
E.
them I wanted a Godzilla pick in their art style.
E.
So,
E.
yeah, getting art commissioned is always interesting. My wife commissioned a woman to do dolphins.
Nice.
So, yeah, that was about the same price as the Godzilla pick. She charged $600 for the dolphins.
Mm. Yeah.
So, I guess that's roughly the going rate these days for a small commission piece.
It kind of depends what you're asking for, honestly.
Well, and it depends on the person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, and also, details.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it's also different. This woman was a friend of ours. She was struggling financially, uh,
Yeah.
and she had a great deal in common with my wife. So uh, we were actually very concerned about her at one point because she had uh, been renting an apartment in Vieira. Um, she lucked out at one point. A nice, really big 2-bedroom apartment became available, and it was cheaper than most of the 1-bedrooms. Uh, but it had been empty for a little while. So the way that apartment building works is over time the rent goes down the longer it's available. So she moves in to this place, and like 3 months later, she decides that she's going to move out and move in with this guy and his wife. The guy is telling her that he will build a studio for her. Um, and she just met him. And then supposedly some blood test they did made them relatives.
Oh.
And it all seemed very odd to us.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And she was struggling for money, but then she paid like $10,000 to break her lease.
Hey,
Yeah, and it's like that didn't make any sense to us. So, and unfortunately, we've never heard from her since. So, and yeah, we have no contact information for her or anything. It was just
right?
weird. So,
Some people, unfortunately, are kind of like that.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, on the other side of it, we have not. We did look up the guy. He is a valid painter. Uh, has a website. Um, so we learned a little bit about him, but like I said, it just seemed really weird to us. But if it all works out for her, I wish her all the luck in the world. It didn't feel right. So anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Bah.
anyway.
But
So I take it
mhm.
you're commissioning potential character portraits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I was originally getting one together for Agrivine, but maybe I should reconsider and do one for Sika.
Yeah. I mean, I was in the same boat. I was thinking about Pooh, but we're so deep into we're heading into the end game with those characters. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's
I
probably
have a
only
lot
like
more.
2 or 3 months left in that campaign.
Yeah.
I'm half expecting to be done by July. Yeah. Once everything
Yeah.
keeps going
Yeah.
forward.
Uh,
Which
it's just
will,
easier. Yeah.
yeah, and that'll be a good breaking point to if you know
For
uh,
the summer people going
vacations
to.
and yeah,
Yeah. Well, like we mentioned before, Hannah, me, and Chris are going to gotta go do a convention
right,
on the July 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. So
yeah,
and yep. So so let's see if we finish the game before then or after then.
yeah. All right,
Yeah.
boys and girls,
Hey.
And
have a good week.
Tony, you
Yep.
too.
You too, Tony.
We'll see you
Uh,
next week.
Yep.
Night. Oh.
Night.
Night.
Uh,
Blah, blah, blah.